Hello Orchestra! We have made it to page 34 in our String Basics book. I will be using the violin book on this video. I'm going to also show you a little bit of the bass book just to help our basses out get started on this page. Before I explain the page to you, I want you to notice at the top of your page you have a video lesson. Very helpful, especially to you cellos and basses, which I'm not going to talk to very much today. So you especially watch that video using the software that came with your book, which is what I'm using right now. All right, so here are the goals of the page 34, steps to success. We are going to understand something called a 1-2 and a 2-3 finger pattern, recognize finger patterns in the music, identify F sharps and C naturals, that's what that little symbol there means, and sight read accurately in G major using mixed finger patterns. I want to talk to you about what 1-2 and 2-3 pattern means. There's a great picture at the top of the page. I'll also show you with my hand. It'd be good for you to put your hand up like that as well, your left hand. We have always numbered our fingers in this book 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you look at the first picture, the shape of the hand looks like this. Okay, the fingers 1 and 2 are touching each other. Then we have a space 3, space 4. That's called on the instrument a 1-2 finger pattern. A 2-3 pattern looks like this when you hold your fingers up. Okay, so our second finger is close to now our third finger. So we have finger 1, a space, finger 2, and then finger 3 touching each other, and then of course the space here between, I can't get my fingers to space unless I push them apart, a space for our fourth finger. We call that a 2-3 pattern because of the second finger. The second finger is touching 3. We call this a 1-2 shape or pattern because our second finger is now moved down to the first finger and touching the first finger. That's really important you understand that because we're going to be using that terminology 1-2 pattern or 2-3 pattern throughout our rest of our book, and your teacher, me or someone else, might be using that same vocabulary to help you explain where your fingers go. I'm going to jump over to the bass book now and show the basses some things that they'll need to know on this page. Okay, basses, this is your book, and at the top of your page you'll see that the information is a little different than what I was reading to the violins. Your steps to success on this page, and again it does have that video, please watch it, very important for you basses and cellos to watch that video that's provided with the book. You're going to understand what a 1-2 and a 1-4 finger pattern is. Okay, so in your book we're talking about different fingers. That's kind of one of the big differences I wanted to point out. I also want to point out that you get to do a lot of shifting on your instrument on this page. So I want to go down to the first song, A Change of Pattern, and explain some of the markings that are in the songs on this page. First off, we have a reminder right here that when we play from B to C natural, we're going to use the second finger, okay, to play C natural. That's actually something you've already learned to do in some of the earlier pages. As we go on through this scale-like song, we have a 1-4 pattern going from E, first finger, to F sharp, fourth finger, which again is your normal way of playing F sharp, is with your first finger on E and your fourth finger on F sharp. Now as we go through the song, we'll see right here a little slash and a 2 and a 4 above these two notes. I want you to make sure you understand this, and I think you do. That 2 means use your second finger to play the B and your fourth finger to play the C natural. The dash also helps you know what to do. Whenever you see a dash before the number, that is a little signal, a little clue to you as a bass player to move your hand, which means shift. Okay, to shift your entire hand to a new place on the neck of the instrument. Okay, so your normal position is here with your E finger and your F sharp. Okay, when it says -2 and the dash kind of goes upward, okay, that means you're going to shift upward toward the bout, okay, with your hand to find where your second finger will go. And then your fourth finger playing C natural. Now, if you look at the next measure, we have the fourth finger playing C natural again, just like we did over here. Our second finger playing the B, just like we did over here. But now look, -1. And notice the dash is angled diagonal the other direction, going downward. So that's telling us that we need to shift our entire hand back, down, okay, from here, from shifting up. Now we're shifting down towards the scroll and placing our first finger on A, which is our normal first position. All right, hopefully that made sense. You're going to see a lot of markings on the songs. Let's look at 165, Old Joe Clark. We've got an upshift with a second finger and fourth finger playing these two notes. A downshift, moving our hand, okay, back towards the scroll. Now I know when I say down and my hand goes up, that's like, wait a minute, that's opposite of what my brain wants to do. But remember, on the instrument, down means lower. Okay, so to get the lower notes, we are going this direction towards the scroll. Again, look at the marking here, upshift to your hand and then playing 2 and 4, downshift to 1. Basses, I'm going to warn you right now, you are going to get lots of practice shifting your hands and finding new places for your fingers. Go very slowly through the songs and find your finger placement on the neck. Okay, once you know where those spots are, practice shifting. Maybe just take 3 notes and just play those 3 notes really slow over and over. 4, 2, shift 1. 4, 2, move your hand, first finger. Okay, just do those 3 notes, do those few notes there. Work out just these little places in the song that have the shifting going on. And then try playing the entire song. Now, cellos, if you'll just look at your book, you'll see that you have a different sort of finger pattern to think about. Yours is either a 1-2 pattern or a 1-3 pattern is what your book will say, meaning using 1-2 to play the 2 notes or 1 and 3. It's usually talking about the C natural. All right, I'm going to jump back to the violin book now. All right, orchestra, we're back to our violin book on page 34, and we're going to try to play through the songs on this page. I'll probably only do once through each song, even though it has a repeat at the end. All right, let's take a look at 164, a change of pattern. Let's study the line of notes before we actually pick up our instrument and play it. We want to look at the key signature first, meaning, is there a sharp? And yes, there is. There is a sharp, 1 sharp, and that is telling us that the F in this song is going to be sharped. But we are not seeing the second sharp that we normally do, the C sharp. So that's telling us that the C in this song is going to be played with a different finger pattern as a C natural. Let me play it once through, and then maybe if I feel like we need to talk more about it, we can do that. All right, I'm going to turn a little bit here so the camera can catch my fingers. Rest, 2, 3, 4. And so on, okay? All right, let's see if you can get a good look at my fingers here. Okay, so the beginning of that song, B, B, C, C. Notice a 1-2 fat pattern. My first and second finger touching each other. B, B, C, C, and then D, D, D. And now we're on the lower note, lower string, E, first finger, E, E, and here is our F sharp. Notice our spacing between our first and second finger is open right there to get to the F sharp. That's called the 2-3 pattern. Okay, so E, E, F sharp, G, G, G. All right, that second finger, that's the finger we're talking about on this page. Either a 1-2, which looks like this, or a 2-3, it looks like this. 2-3 touching or 1-2 touching. All right, I think I've talked plenty about that. Let's just go on through the page and play through the songs. 165, Old Joe Clark. Write in the correct fingering pattern here. What would you do? What finger would you use to go from B to C right here? Would your second finger be close to the first finger? If so, write 1-2. Or do you think the second finger would be close to the third finger? Write 2-3. Did you figure it out? It should be 1-2 because to play C natural, we're going to have to slide our finger down from its normal position, 2-3, to touch finger 1. A 1-2 pattern. So write 1-2 right there, 1-2. And now you figure out what you have to do to play this F sharp here. Will it be a 2-3 pattern when you go to play this F sharp, or will you play it as a 1-2 pattern? Think about that and write in your answers there, and also there. Old Joe Clark. All right, here we go. On the H string. Rest, 2, 3, 4, and... Repeat. A, B, C natural B, A, G, F sharp 4. All right, I didn't say the note names for you there on the first time through. I think you guys are doing pretty well with your notes right now at this point in the book. 166, mix and match. Steps to learning theory. Mix and match. So we're going to be playing sometimes a 1-2 pattern in the song and sometimes a 2-3 pattern. There's a little bit of homework here. Take your pencil and circle every F sharp. Yeah, there's one. And C natural. Yeah, there's another. All right, so go through the song and circle all the F sharps from C natural. Why? Those are the notes that create this dilemma, this problem for us. Now this song actually has quite a bit in it. It's got slurs, it's got mixed patterns, it's got eighth notes. So this song might take a little extra practice for you to get it correct. Again, play slowly through the song, work out each little part, each little measure, and then play the whole thing. I'm just going to play through the whole thing right now so you hear what it sounds like. All right, here we go on the G. Rest, 2, 3, 4. And repeat now. And so on. That one had some challenges to it, so like I say, don't feel bad if you can't do that perfectly the first, second, or third time. All right, work on it slowly. Here's a fun one for our basses. This is a pattern that's played on basses, often in jazz. All right, you'll recognize it probably once you hear it. Mixed pattern blue. Again, we've got F sharps, but we have C naturals. A 1-2 pattern. Rest, 2, 3, 4. And repeat. Do you recognize that pattern? It sounds more jazzy if you pluck it, play it pizzicato. Theme from Surprise Symphony by Joseph Haydn. Many of you are probably familiar with this melody from this symphony. Okay, we're going to do this by plucking the notes and keeping the bow in our hands. Okay, so we're going to grab the bow, grab the frog with those fingers, and with our thumb, place it on the side of the fingerboard and pluck. Okay, so we're just kind of grabbing the bow with our second, third, and fourth fingers. Just kind of squeezing it in between our palm. All right, here we go. Rest, 2, 3, 4, and G, B, B, D, D, D. Rest. There's the C natural. And there's an F sharp. Rest. G, G, B, B, D, D, B. Rest. C natural and F sharp. G, rest. G, rest. Final song, Mysterious Forest. This song reminds me, in terms of difficulty, it reminds me a little bit of what we did up here with Mix and Match. It has some challenges in it. It's got eighth notes, slurring, and crossing of strings, plus our mixed patterns of 1, 2, and 3, 4 on the violin and viola. Notice there's 2 lines of music, and I'll tell you right now that the second line is almost identical to the first line. So if we can play the first line, we can play the second line as well. It does change at the end a little bit. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Next line. E4. Well, a great page in the book with lots of new learning for you. So give it some good slow practice. If you get frustrated, take a break, watch this video, watch the other video that's included with this page, and then get back to work on it. You will be able to play these songs with some good slow practice. All right, thanks. See you next time.